This is what's wrong with these special prosecutors and independent counsels. They think they're God. They seem to want to people at any cost.
Well, President Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, slamming Robert Mueller, accusing him of intimidating witnesses like Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen during the Russia probe. So is the president right by calling the investigation a trap designed to get him out of office? Here now to debate is Democratic political analyst Robert Patillo and conservative political analyst Ken Chase. Thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Ken, I will start with you. What do you think? Is it a trap? Do you agree?
Well, I don't know that it's a trap. The one thing that we can say is that it's a problem for the Trump presidency. But the prosecutor's not doing anything unethical by getting witnesses to flip. There's smoke here. There's not a smoking gun. As of now, there isn't anything on Trump as to what the fundamental charge of the investigation is supposed to be, which is coordination and links with the Russian government. The most we've seen as to that is most recently with the Trump Tower in Moscow and the Putin penthouse. And that got about as far off the ground as a lead balloon. So there hasn't been much. Robert, your take on it.
Well, I think what we have to understand is that when the president says that this is a trap insinuates there's some truth underlying to it. That when you're protesting this much, where you're sending your lawyers out, when you're continuously tweeting about it, it makes you seem guilty. It does not play well in the court of public opinion.
Well, it was Rudy Giuliani that said it.
Well, the president's lawyer who said it. We have to understand that what it makes it look like is that the administration is trying to shut down the probe, that they're trying to hide what is going on. Just let the probe play out. Let the American people see what is going on. And if you've done nothing wrong, then the truth will come out.
Well, Ken, the president has repeatedly said that he is going to allow this to play out, but that the American people are ready for it to be over with. And then we have, Robert Mueller, who continues to seem to come back with all of these people like Manafort coming back and then now charging him with lying. And this seems to be a pattern with Manafort and Mueller.
Oh, of course. And the American people are ready for this Russia probe to be over because there hasn't been a showing that there were links in coordination with the president or with the president's campaign. There hasn't been anything there. There have been guilty pleas about peripheral issues. We're talking about Manafort's business dealings. We're talking about Flynn. We're talking about Gates. We're talking about all these things that happened that have nothing to do with the campaign. So, yes, the American people are ready to move on.
And what do you think about that, Robert? I mean, the American people say that they're ready to move on, but yet the Mueller investigation seems to be the one not willing to move on and wrap up.
Well, the good thing about criminal investigations or special counsel investigations in this case is that it is not a public opinion issue. They're getting to the root of a crime which may have taken place or coordination which may have taken place. And we have to understand that it will be the probe will wrap up when it's ready to be wrapped up, when it's done. And I think just the fact that we say that they're pleading or they're taking these plea deals on peripheral issues. We have actual criminals who are in high-level positions in the American government who lied to investigators, who lied to Congress. I think it's a good thing that the probe is rooting these people out of our governmental system. And if that's the only thing that comes out of the probe, it's still worthwhile doing instead of having these people running our country who are no liars. Or is it Mueller trying to
force them to lie, as Jerome Corsi is alleging in the criminal complaint that he is filing today?
I'm a criminal defense attorney. You cannot force somebody to lie. There's either the truth or not the truth. If you testify truthfully, then you won't have to take a plea deal. You won't be convicted of lying. We have to get these liars and these criminals out of our government. That is the deep state that the American people voted against in 2016. That is what the Mueller probe is doing, rooting them out of our government and putting them where they belong, behind bars.